All right. Hey again. Hey, are you wanting to visualize data like a pro? If so, you might want to discover some of these design principles that we're going to share with you today on how to create stunning dashboards that actually help you or your clients get better results inside their small business. So, what does it look like to actually visualize data? Let's talk about that. Why is it even important to visualize data in a business in the first place? So, how about let's dive into that, Drea?
Yeah, people view things different ways. Lane and I and our team, like we can take a spreadsheet and we can see numbers right away, but not normal people and many business owners. It is hard to for the eye to kind of figure out what's going on. The data might be intimidating, but there's just an ease of seeing data in a chart and see what it looks like trending over time that even us as data experts are able to find insights much quicker when you see it into a chart, whether that's a column, a pie chart, whatever that might be. There is just an ability to more quickly get to the insights at a glance.
Absolutely. So I wanted to pull up a great example of this. Most people are familiar with social media, so we're going to bring up the social media dashboard to talk through today. And this can be a key one where, you know what, Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, they're always shoving metrics down your throat. They're always telling you, wow, you've got this many impressions or this many views. And you're like, does that make me money? Does that help me grow my business? Right. So let's talk a little bit more about why, getting these key design principles in place, actually creating these visually appealing dashboards can help the business owner make better decisions. So, Drea, do you want to kick off with that?
Yeah, absolutely. When you see the data together, kind of synthesized more closely, you can start to see patterns between and maybe what you're experiencing in your day to day. So, Lane, if you just scroll up a little bit and we look at this ranking over here on conversion, where here this chart is telling us that Twitter conversion is the highest. Well, maybe the team is spending the bulk of their time on Facebook. And
Mm,
so, without doing a whole lot of digging and interpreting, you can say, here's one place I want to look. Is my team spending the time wisely, or can we optimize more on Twitter and make that the bigger versus really spending the bulk of our time on Facebook? So, it's not going to give you the complete answer. Right, but it tells you where to start to mine and figure out, what are the right next steps to make in the business.
yes, absolutely. So, this reminds me of a client that we worked with one time where there was a lot of energy and time and team poured into YouTube. And so, hey, we can see the numbers coming through YouTube. But at the same time, hey, we actually saw another platform that was outperforming, and it wasn't taking nearly as much time for her and her team to manage that platform. So, by having this data visually available to where she could understand it and know, okay, I get what's happening here, and then to be able to even be able to create tools that made sense for her in a visual way also allowed for it not to just be this one aha moment like, oh, we need to play here instead, but it became an ongoing conversation in every single weekly team meeting. And so sometimes, just that initial aha moment is what allows you to then expand into, oh, well, what other data could I look at to get more ahas? And what should I look at daily or weekly versus monthly or quarterly? And so sometimes being able to, customize it based on not just the type of business or industry, but by that person's preferences. Like there are things that we'll put in one person's dashboard for our clients that we don't put in others just because it doesn't resonate with them. It doesn't help them make those money making decisions in their business. And so what works for one person may not work for the other. And that's all that I will say before getting on a soapbox of why templates should not be your go-to when it comes to building dashboards.
But a template is a great place to start. If you're not sure what you're doing, you can start from a template and you can edit from there in terms of once you really audit your client's data and really understand what are the levers that ultimately lead to their objectives, and then you can tweak and go from there. Or if you're like us at this point, we love to start from scratch and we pull from our knowledge and then build up from there. So you find your path and how you can most efficiently use these types of tools.
Yes. And then there's one key tip that I find some people overlook when they're building out dashboards as well. And that is to be very, very clear. It's not just about throwing all your data into a visual dashboard. That honestly probably will add to your overwhelm instead of reducing it. So instead, when you can follow our 3-step framework that we call it the ABCs of dashboard building, but if you can audit what's happening, tie it to B, your bottom line, so that C, you can make clear and confident CEO decisions. It makes a world of difference as to what actually goes on to the dashboard so that you can make those data-driven decisions, not just one time in your business, but every single day as well. So, Drea, any other tips that you want to leave our folks with here today on what makes a standout dashboard?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you see your client first see that first dashboard, it is just such a powerful feeling where they see their numbers synthesized in a way that they've never seen before. And without even, really spending time, you're already able to see those insights. They just bubble up to the top. So it's a really cool experience that we hope you guys get to experience.
Very cool. And guys, if you would like to check out a more in-depth demo, you can go to our main page as well. Just go to lanebooth.com. That's LAYNEBOOTH.com. And there's a demo right there at the top of our website. And you can check that out and see a little bit more about how this could be applied to your business. Or if you are a consultant helping 6 and 7-figure businesses, you can see how you could couple this as part of your services to really, up level how you're presenting. You can ditch the spreadsheets, you can get away from all the manual entry and really start using automation and visualization as your secret weapon in your consulting. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today's Data Magic. We'll see you next time.